Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. Good day in the market. It's Monday, September 29th. We're going to review 0-day options today on SPY. Kind of a grindy day. Mondays can sometimes be trappy. Um, Sometimes it's building liquidity for the whole week on Monday, especially when we have a gap. We had a gap up this morning. Gaps are traps oftentimes. I'm going to show you SPY day trading on YouTube's 30-minute chart here. So we've got 5-day moving average. And we broke out of the red algo here on Friday, but didn't have continuation, just killed off the calls coming into Friday. But the structure was set up, and there's our gap up. Open today basically right at the resistance on that green, but as you can see, I guess it totally filled the gap today. Did it? Yeah. But it was pretty grindy, pretty tricky to trade. A day I would like to be able to get better at trading. One of these days. But I actually wasn't around for most of it. I traded in the morning, and yeah, I'll just show you. Well, actually, I just did trades on the big account in the morning. Didn't do a whole lot in here. I'm gonna show you Emperor's chart now. I'm trying not charting now and just following their charts. See if it helps. I was kind of doing the opposite before and just charting, not looking at their charts. And then I went on a trip and I couldn't really chart on my phone, so I just looked at theirs and I don't know, it kind of worked. So I'm kind of trying it now to have more mental space to be able to just focus on my risk management and my entries and exits, and not as much on charting. But I think it's still helping my charting, just seeing where they're drawing lines. I don't even know if I'm not going to review the big account, but I am red today on it. I had a couple small green trades in here, and then a couple not small red trades. Really, the trade was right here, and I did actually catch this. So I was trading enough to where I was going to catch the trade, but at the expense of catching lots of just mutual interest trades, which weren't that great. Yeah, it looks like Emperor caught a couple good ones in here. These are just tight range scalps, so not very intuitive for my small account where I kind of need the one big move. Unfortunately, I wasn't quite ready for this on the small account, so I was still on the big account. I caught this on the big account. I had smaller size just because today was a tight range and choppy still, so I was wanting to scale up on it once it broke the yellow here. I was wanting to scale up, but it never gave us a nice retrace. A nice retrace on that yellow, and I was going to scale up pretty good on it. So I think I only had 2 SPXs, and then I was pretty jumpy to get out of them, just because of what the day had been so far. I think I sold the first one like on this candle, and then I'd sold the next one on this candle low a day. So it wasn't bad. The second one was a pretty nice trade. But yeah, today's a red day overall, just because all the small red trades that don't make up for that one green trade sometimes. Let's see, where is that green trade? I think it was a pretty nice percentage. Yeah, lots of red. Here it is. Yep. So yeah, I only got one for 560, sold one at 6, and then sold one at 820. Yeah, I was forcing stuff a little bit. I gotta be more careful on Mondays. Let's see, 11, 12. I think that was low of day, right? Up close. Yeah, right on that candle. So I did hold one until there. I only had one other one, which I did sell that other one a little premature. And the small account, I didn't trade it anywhere in here. I did a couple more red trades on the big account in here. Just what were they even? I was trying to catch the bounce, I guess. It was kind of foolish. I was too ambitious to catch the retracement, the zombie trade, as Eric puts it. Yeah, I mean, you can catch them, but you have to be so quick to get out. And today they didn't really have a good retrace at all. There was no like V retrace, so yeah, you had to be just very quick to cut anything that was against the trend. So in this setup right here, I wasn't here for all this, but seeing pink as resistance here is easy in hindsight. I was really hoping for a retest all the way up on this pink, but it didn't happen until later in the day. But even on this one, waiting for it to break yellow, yeah, you could catch it there, but look at this price action after that. It's pretty ugly. So not too sad I missed this, just because I would probably end up squandering this, turning this into a red trade somehow. Yeah, because the Head and Shoulders to me aren't, it's not that great. Not that clear when it's so kind of grindy like this. Even up here, once it finally came up to all the way retest the pink, it's not price action I'm as comfortable with, basically. So it's just getting puts at resistance, more or less, and using that as my stop. You can see Emperor drew some Head and Shoulders and some mini Head and Shoulders here, which, yeah. So yeah, I mean, the trade here, Eric, I think he said he had an 800% trade, I think, from here to here. So there's definitely money to be made there. It's just, I have to get more comfortable jumping in when it is more grindy like this, just out of resistance, and letting it go against me a lot, because the contracts here, like, if I'm not getting it perfectly, if I'm getting anywhere down here, these are going to be, I'm going to be red on this thing like 40% right here, 50%. So yeah, not having too much size would definitely help, and then getting good entry. Or you can always wait for yellow here. This is a nice one actually right here, the break and the retest. The retests are the ones where I feel the most comfortable to kind of size up, because it usually gives you a little more time than this, but sometimes you'll get a nice little bit of time, kind of already confirmed, and then it's just sitting up there right at your stop, and you're just loading up. And I did end up, so I missed this, unfortunately. It's a nice little V out of here, but where would I have taken it realistically? Maybe this break. Nice little inverse Head and Shoulders. But I did show up very end of day, quick, came in, sat down, and it was right here. And I was like, all right, it just broke that final peak. I know it was end of day. VWAP is close. I'm like, well, I'll just take a trade for VWAP. So on the small account, pulled that thing out. Oh, let's see, I gotta log in. Since I traded the big account earlier and I still hadn't traded the small account, I got one strike in the money, because out of the money was what, 64. It was just too far up there. This is what I did. 343, got one put. So they were kind of expensive because they were in the money. What were these for? All right, 42 cents, yeah. So that was on this candle right here. So yeah, I was on the retest of that pink. Kind of a sketchy trade. I mean, anything in the last 30 minutes is going to be, it's a risk. So I am, trying to be careful with it, not greedy, and take quick profits, which I kind of always am, but sometimes it's, it's a little different trading more midday, waiting for a bigger move. Because the contracts are moving like crazy also here. So we had this next candle that just went red and went back in there. I'm like, oh no. And then thankfully it wicked out and flipped green. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But in the meantime, I had already picked up another one on that same candle. So I was kind of just scaling into this thing, as you see. 343, I got two. Got the first one for 42 cents. And then I was like limit ordering to just try and get better fills. Got one at 43. Another one at 43 for 38 cents. And then that next candle, I had a limit order for 37. And I got that on the next candle. It was before it made this big red move. It was like right here. And then it came down. I'm like, ooh. But yeah, thankfully it flipped. And then from here to here, I don't know, like 50% is ridiculous. So I was taking profits though, just at the top of this little range, given towards the end of the day, and especially before the 10-minute candle. Sometimes that 10-minute candle will go totally against you. So yeah, the second one, I sold one. And then the second one, I put in order, a limit order, and then I tried to cancel it. I'm like, I need to just wait on this one because we're probably gonna hit VWAP. I just need to wait. And I didn't cancel it in time, and it filled because it started to go green. So as you see, 46, I sold one for 47. Nice little green trade. And then on the next minute, I sold one for 49. Those are both limit orders. So 46 and 47. So this candle, and then kind of at the beginning of this candle, I was trying to cancel it because I was like, I feel like we're probably just gonna rip right here. But I wanted to make sure and get out of enough before the 10-minute move also. And then we had that nice big green candle, relatively big, up to VWAP, and I closed the last one at 47. Yeah, on that same candle, just at the end of it. And the fill on that one was 59 cents, so not bad. Best entry was 37, best exit was 59. So a little green day after all on the small account. So not like a total write-off today, but yeah, there was a little glimmer of hope at the end of the day, and it's just like a reminder just to be patient and yeah, just wait for it and get up, do other stuff if you need to, because it's just not worth it trying to fight it in when it's just not setting up. You really got to wait for it. Sometimes wait for volume, wait for it to hit the edges of the wedges. Yeah, and then be okay to miss it. So it's like you got to just wait, and then not be impatient or not be FOMO and be okay to miss it. Couple nice trades in here. Yeah, I mean, breaking yellow. This one's definitely nice from resistance, and then this retest is like a money shot. If I was clear of head and on the computer, clear-minded, clear of head is clear-minded. I feel like I would have done really well on this move right here. I'd like to think I'd be already scaled in a bunch from up here, but probably not. Maybe a little bit, but on this one, yeah. So shout out to Emperor, shout out to Spy Day Trading on YouTube. I've got a link for his Discord in the description. You guys can check that out if you want. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We will see you tomorrow. Oh, we almost tested 5-day today also. Okay, peace out.